totally the law.
You are?
What?
David?
I see it.
Harris? Okay, you're covered, literally. Okay. So just a few words about the ceremony so you'll all be fully included in this very special occasion. The word bris means covenant. The bris ceremony reaffirms an ancient promise made by God to Abraham over 3,500 years ago. God said to Abraham, "If you keep my laws, my commandments, I will give you the rain in its season. Your harvests will be bountiful, your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky and the sand at the seashore." Abraham accepted and became a partner with God. The reason we perform this ceremony for the Jewish people has nothing to do with health reasons or cleanliness. This is a modern concept. It is simply the sign of that covenant. It identifies one as a member of the Jewish people, and we hope connects that individual to the Torah and the commandments. The Torah tells us twice, but without explaining, that we should do the bris on the 8th day. But there are times when that cannot happen, times when it should not happen. A minyan, a quorum of 10, is not required, it is preferred. Officially in Judaism, we do not have godparents. It's actually not a Jewish tradition. However, if Jewish families wish to appoint them, they may. It's simply an honorary title, with no attending religious obligations or responsibilities. But the person who holds the baby for the bris is called a sandek, not a godfather. And I happen to be a cantor and not a rabbi. And the baby will be on a double pillow, and the baby will cry because they all do. When I take his diaper off and he's exposed, it's cold in here for him. There are a few things I do right before the bris happens. He will definitely object. He will be back in his mother's arms in no time, and if the baby follows the usual pattern, he should be quiet and I hope sleeping by the end of the ceremony, and that's what happens most of the time. And then on average, about once a week, I will get a screamer. A baby that continues to cry long after I'm done. I hope that doesn't happen, but it can. Please know that I'm obligated by Jewish law to have the gentlest and quickest way to do the bris. No advanced preparations are needed. And the baby will be held by the warm, loving hands of the sandek. And I think you'll be very pleased when you see how well the baby does and how quick the bris is. The word we associate with this ceremony is simcha. It means it's a joyous and happy event. And as I'm looking around, I need to see some more joyous and happy events. Everybody is always nervous, I understand. This is for two reasons I've discovered. One, people go to the internet and they read a lot of stuff which has nothing to do with what we are doing here today. And the second thing is people will go to brises and they'll see things done by people who are not properly trained, not religiously observant, who do so many things which are so far removed from Jewish tradition. They get very upset and turned off to what should have been a very joyous and wonderful experience. But really the bottom line is the joy that you feel and the love that you feel will enhance the entire ceremony. Finally, the ceremony affords us the